Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, Christmas has gone. The date of recording this is the 28th of December, and we're all looking forward to the New Year's celebrations. It's a good time to look back to see what we've achieved in the last year. One thing which I've been pushing you all to do a lot is to try to speak better. I know speaking better is a very difficult thing for many of you because it involves looking at how you're speaking now. And it also involves something new because many of you have never received any kind of training on how to speak, even though your general English might be good. If you listen to any native speaker today, you'll notice three things. That is, that they tend to take a big deep breath and then push that breath out until they need to breathe again. So the words are very much joined up. The second thing you'll notice is intonation. They're putting their voices up and down as well as joined up. And the third thing is how these words are linked and blended together so there's no awkward spaces. So breathing, pushing the words out, intonation, moving the words up and down, as well as linking and blending words together. It's almost like the sentence becomes one long word. It's the same as learning to play the piano, for example. So if you think about a song that you like or the piano, if the piano player simply played the notes separately, let's, for example, choose a song that you might all know. Okay, let's go for One Moment in Time by Whitney Houston. If you don't know it, you really should. So it's one moment in time. So if you can imagine that on the piano, if someone played one moment in time, it destroys the whole melody. And so therefore with your speaking, it's the very same. You're not really getting that message across because it's not joined up. It's just a bunch of words pushed together. I'm just watching all of the birds still flying away after me singing just a moment ago. Oh, there's another one. My cat just run for the door as well. Anyway, my point is this, that in order to speak better, you have to change how you speak. And the key is always going to be listening to a native speaker and just noticing how he speaks. So it's very simple. Don't worry about vocabulary. Don't worry about the other aspects of English like grammar. Just listen to how they speak, how their mouth moves, how the notes go up and down, and see how musical it is. It's always much better if you speak very fluently rather than very accurately, okay? Let me just give you an example, okay? So imagine that I don't know the words, let's see, let me think of a town name in the UK. Okay, let's say Swansea. Swansea is the capital of Wales, which is one of the countries in the Union that makes up the UK. It's in the western part of Britain, okay? So imagine this. I'm going to Swansea next week. You can hear that I've stopped there. But if I said it completely wrong, I'm going to Swansea next week. Do you think anybody would really notice? You know, when we are giving presentations and these things, most people aren't listening. And most people aren't teachers. People are thinking about dinner, they're thinking about girlfriends, they're thinking about birthdays. They might even be thinking about Christmas and New Year. When we speak, nobody really notices problems. So If you stop, you're drawing attention to a problem. So let me just give you a longer example. I'm going to Swansea next week for my holidays. I'm sure it'll be very nice. Did you think anybody would notice that you pronounced Swansea wrong? I don't think they would, but compare it to this one. Next week I'm going to Swansea for my holidays. I'm sure it will be very nice. So in the second one, there's a real lack of confidence there. There's an issue. And the moment you stop, everyone looks up and stares at you, and you've got everyone's full attention. So my point is this: presentation is always going to be better than accuracy if you are giving a very general presentation. Of course, if you're talking through a slide presentation, it's very, very different. You know, you need to, if it's academic, you need to have rehearsed it so everything is perfect. But even then, if you don't know, just say what you think, because again, if it's simply a place name, it's unlikely people will notice. So that's just a little trick if you're talking at work to your teammates, doing a little team presentation or buzz session. Oh, I hated that word, buzz session. It's just a way to describe very short, informal team meetings. You know, when the manager says, hey, can you gather round? We just need to have a little buzz session. It's from American psychology. It just means a little moment to catch up, that there's maybe some news. So if you have to lead one of these, if you have to take a buzz session, then whether you pronounce Swansea as Swansea or Swansea won't matter as long as you say it properly. That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay safe and remember to check me out on my italki page and social media. Thank you.